Hey hoteliers, my name is Donica and today we're going to look at how to set up your Airbnb account. First of all, we'll begin here. If you're curious to see how much money you can make on Airbnb, then we go to the hosting platform where Airbnb guests fear to tread / have no reason to go to because it's for hosts. I'll drop a link in the description so you can get started right away if you fancy. So this first page, a clever bit of product marketing. Shout out to the product marketers out there. You basically see how much you can earn. I'm going to go ahead and update it to Barcelona, where I live. Obviously, next you have to input whether you're putting up the full place or just a single room. If it's a full place, then next is how many bedrooms and all of that jazz. More bedrooms is more money, and then bang, I'm in business. They come to this figure, as you might guess, by averaging out rates in the area over the previous year. It's being a bit generous, but not by that much, I'd say. It's actually a kind of a demand calendar. If you want to learn how to create your own demand calendar, by the way, then create your hotel club account today for free and take our courses on revenue management and data pricing, links in the description. Let's go ahead and just go with that in Barcelona. We'll go over here to the top right and it says Airbnb setup. We're going to click that and here we go. It already has me logged in. So we're gonna hit create a new listing. You're gonna have to tell them about your place. We're going to have to list a couple of things to make it stand out, and then we're going to finish up and publish. Now, I probably won't be going through every single detail here, but I'm going to show you kind of the basics for the purpose of this video, so you can go in and for your property, you can enter your own description, you can put in your own photos, etc. So right off the bat, it's going to have us tell Airbnb a little bit about the place. So we'll go ahead and hit next. Now, is it a barn, a house, apartment, cave? You have all these different options to choose from. Remember, when people stay with Airbnb, they can actually filter the results based on what type of property they want to stay at. A lot of people that are traveling might want to pick a unique property. I don't know what some of these categories even are. Let's go with a tiny house for argument's sake. I want to be as far away from reality as possible. And my house is massive, so tiny house it is. Now, is this property an entire place, meaning when the guest stays, they have the entire place to themselves, you're not present, and you have another property that you stay at, or you'll just sleep at a mate's or on the beach, in your car, wherever works. Or is it a private room, meaning that the host or yourself is going to be at the property and this person has a private room, whether they have private access or maybe they share a kitchen, things like that. But they'll know that based on if it's a private room that you or the host is actually going to be there. And then a shared room, of course. Think of something like a hostel or something where they're sharing a room with other guests. They're not sharing a room with you, the host, it's just sharing it with other guests. So let's select entire place there again. So here I'm going to enter the address of my friend, Steve, the one I give to debt collectors. I wonder whatever happened to Steve. So full address, inputted with postcode. Now here you have the option to show exactly where your place is or to give like an approximation so that they don't get the address till they actually book. That option, were I in your shoes, you don't want people who simply like the look of your house on Airbnb to be able to show up at the door, you know, who knows what they might do. Here, they're asking you to verify the PIN is in the right spot. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Next, basics about your place. Here they ask how many guests, bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. Max it out here. If you have a sofa bed, that counts. How many people you can sleep not only maxes out your income, it will also get you seen by more people by default. What I'm saying is, if you're on Airbnb and have a sofa that doesn't fold out into a bed, then brother, you're leaving money on the table. Here you get to make your place stand out by listing everything it has. On this page, you'll see some things that you can't exactly just add on a whim, and some you can. You can't just fling in a swimming pool. Well, unless it's an above ground swimming pool, and let's be honest, to arrive to stay somewhere that said it had a pool and it actually has an above ground pool, I mean, you're hitting them with a bad review, let's be honest. And reviews on Airbnb are unbelievably important, as we'll get to. Anyway, the point I was making, any option that's here, that's easy to get, then get it. There's things that are here for a reason, because it's what people search for. First aid, Wi-Fi, workspace, get them. Next up is photos, of which you must add at least 5. Now the rules here are similar to your property's website if you have one, and we cover all of those in our website building course, which you can do now for free at thehotelclub.com, link below. I won't go into all of that now, and besides, we'll for sure be doing a video on Airbnb photos in the future, and it's a good idea to keep them up to date, new paint jobs, etc., and also give them a logical chronology. So front first, then entrance, etc. Your first shot of a room should be wide enough to take in 2 sides, so from a corner, and then zoom in closer on anything that's relevant, like I do here. Anyway, for yours, you should add a lot more than 5, and if you keep them interesting, means people keep scrolling, and even if you don't get booked, you'll move up in the Airbnb rankings on the strength of that attention alone. Next up is the title. This is tricky. If you have a name for your property that appears elsewhere on a website, let's say, then forget it. Airbnb is very guest orientated, very search orientated. And so they like the title to describe the property in a way a name couldn't possibly, unless it's something like the White House, which I'm relatively sure won't be doing listings there anytime soon. I digress. What they want is something that pertains to what people are looking for that might correspond to your listing. You want to pop in some nice adjectives: clean, spacious, bright, they all work well if they're not lies, and location. So let's say clean, spacious, bright house near X concert venue. You can also use emojis, which actually work quite well, but you can get a slap on the wrist for it from Airbnb, so be warned. They can communicate in fewer characters than words can, and they're also proven to be more eye-catching, so make of that what you will. I'll probably do another video of that at some point. Okay, next up is the description. They'll get you started here, and you can pick a couple of adjectives. They give you the first sentence. Now, I'm not going to do this here, but I'll give you some tips. Use all the room. 500 word limit, so yeah, that much. And describe not only the things about the apartment you like, but also those details that might not come across in the mere mention. Example, if your TV is big, then put the size and make. What kinds of views are there? Are there restaurants nearby? You know the drill. Unique to the internet, people are actually likely to read the description here, so give all the relevant details. If there's a sales conversation at any point in the Airbnb journey, it's here, so make it count. Next up, your pricing and publishing. Here you're going to have to do some research. What are your neighbors' pricing? I'll show you better how to do that in another video probably. It's worth diving into, in my opinion. One option I'd recommend taking is this one, which offers 20% off to your first few guests, so you can get on the map easier and get a few reviews under your belt. Reviews, I say again, are insanely important on Airbnb. When you start out, you'll be charging low enough to keep them competitive, but if you can eventually land yourself a Superhost badge, then the sky's the limit, and we'll talk about how you can do that in, you guessed it, another video. Come on guys, don't be greedy. You need to get set up first, all right? Then we click next, and the final question is whether you have animals, cameras, or weapons. I have none. Not sure what happens if you do, but if anyone does, then tell us in the comments below, because I'm actually kind of intrigued. And there we have it, folks. Account created. If you have any further questions, ask them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them, and watch this space for more Airbnb videos. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, comment, and tell us. Subscribe to the channel, and especially head to thehotelclub.com and create an account for free, do all our courses for free, and become part of and contribute to the Hotel Club's community of hospitality professionals for free. Now, none of these things will be free forever, that's why I keep mentioning it, but they are for now, so by all means get cracking. And say hi when you get there, link in the description. Bye.